For one of my latest adventures, I went to Carolina Beach State Park to run the Carolina Beach State Park Trail Half Marathon.
Runners, take your mark. Get set.
I had two goals for the race. Goal number 1 was to not fall, and goal number 2 was to break an hour and 50 minutes. Not knowing the condition of the trail, I wore an old pair of Adidas Adios Pro 3s. The course is mostly a sandy-based trail covered in pine needles, though there are spots of very thick sand. Mile 1, 7:51. It's a very sandy course, but some places the sand is so thick you try to run on the edge of the trail so that your feet don't get stuck in the sand. Two miles, 8:23. The Adios Pro 3s perform exceptionally well on the trail, with no slippage at all. Three miles, 8:27. You definitely had to pay attention to where you were running because there were little roots hidden all over the place. Miles, 8:23. The trail got a little more congested on the first lap of the 15K when we merged in with the 5K runners. Five miles, 8:18. Even though it's a sandy trail, there are a lot of good places where you could pick up the pace. Mile 6, 8:15. Right after mile 6, there was a nice paved section that helped break up the monotony of the trail. It's a 2-lap course, and here I am heading into the end of the first lap. Halfway, 54:24. At the end of the first lap, it felt good to run in the paved greenway. Seven miles, 8:04. Eight miles, 8:02. The second mile of each lap was a doozy, a long grinding uphill in very thick sand.
9 miles.
8:31. I was extremely happy with how the Adios Pro 3s performed in the sand.
Mile 2.
8:23. There were some magnificent views of the water during each lap of the run. Nothing like adding in a little obstacle like a log jump during each lap.
Roger.
8:36. The last 2 miles of each lap were relatively flat and made for good running. Mile 12, 8:22.
Miles.
8:09. I gave it all I had the last tenth of the race, so the footage is kind of shaky. Finished strong in 1:48.47, first in the
And
60
done.
to 69 inch.